and welcome to another exciting edition of Diary Room Open Mic with your producer McCray and your host Janelle.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us again. If you love Diary Room Open Mic, do not forget to hit that subscribe button.
Very good, yeah. How have you been today?
I've been great. I've been running around like crazy, showing a bunch of houses, selling a bunch of houses. You know, it's summer.
Yeah, that's good to hear. I'm hungover, so sorry everyone. Let's talk about, I saw your tweet about how you had FOMO from the challenge.
Yes.
I watched the last episode. I didn't watch the first episode.
It's so good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it more than Big Brother, to be honest with you. And maybe that's because there's so many Big Brother players on there.
You have a lot of friends.
And I have just a lot of friends in general.
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally rooting for all the Big Brother people, and then also Tyson's on it, and Tyson's one of my favorite players of all time. I would die to play anything with Tyson.
Yes, agreed. Tyson is amazing because he makes good TV.
He's so funny.
He's so funny. He plays the games hard, obviously. Like, the dude just puts on great TV. And
I mean, can you imagine this season, the challenge, without Tyson?
Oh, it'd be
like, it'd be horrible.
I would not be watching it. Like, Tyson's the reason I came.
He's the reason. I know.
Yeah.
I'm like a huge Tyson fan, and I'm rooting for Angela and Enzo and all the Cookout and everyone else. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily Dave. David's the only person I'm not rooting for from Big Brother.
Were you a big challenge fan? Were you big
I've never watched the challenge. Okay. I've only watched this one, and it's only because of the Big Brother people. I used to watch the Real World and Road Rules, but very OG seasons. Okay. Like my favorite Real World season is Boston. That's how old I am.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
That's embarrassing.
No. I never had cable back then, so I couldn't even watch them.
I used to do Real World marathons when I was a teenager.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What Mark Long? What season was he on? What is he
Oh
on?
My God. I think he's I don't know, Los Angeles probably.
He's like one of the good.
He's one of the OGs.
He's the awesome guy. Mm-hmm. Every time I meet that dude,
he's really nice.
He knows my name.
He's so sweet.
He really is. But what about the challenge? Do you think you could hang with those kids?
So the reason I said no last year is because I had some serious health problems from COVID. I've talked about it before, but I couldn't breathe, and I couldn't run, and I couldn't exercise really. I had to be very careful with my lungs because they were so damaged and scarred from COVID. So I had to say no for health reasons. But I mean,
I'm just a fat piece of shit. I don't think I could do it.
I feel like I'd want to do, if they asked me again, I would definitely consider it because it just looks really fun. It's definitely fun. I mean, I wish they had this kind of thing when I was 25 and did Big Brother All-Stars. I would have been let me go win the challenge. Excuse me.
Yeah,
hold my mic. No.
Yeah. No, I bet you do fantastic. Yeah, to me, it's just all those games,
they look so fun.
They look fun, but I'd be so gassed out immediately. I'd take one jump off that thing and be all right, let's wrap this up. Yes, it looks fun. What do you think about the host?
I don't know him because I don't watch the challenge, no. So I just am whatever, who cares?
Yeah, I think he's pretty lame.
Yeah,
he's kind of a lame ass. But everyone's like, oh no, JT's great. Or I think
he should stay on the challenge. MTV. Yeah. They should have a Big Brother host.
Dude, I'd rather have Carson Daly. I don't know why, but he just gives me the weirdest vibes.
Fuck, I'd rather have June Song.
Oh, she should start doing stuff. She should do it. Yeah. All right. What do you have anything else on the challenge?
That's it. I'm watching it. I love it. It's more exciting than Big Brother.
Yep.
Sorry, Big Brother fans, but it's true.
We'll continue watching. I think I'll watch tonight's episode.
Oh, I'm for sure tuning in.
We'll talk a little bit more. Mm-hmm. So Big Brother.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened since. Jasmine won the HOH.
Oh, how did she win it?
How are you feeling about her?
I thought that she would have the least chance of winning that, and I didn't want her to win it. I obviously wanted Taylor or Michael, but Michael didn't really need it. No. He's covered, but Taylor would have been real interesting.
That would have been good. What about her foot touching? Do you think her foot touched?
I did, yeah.
I think so too. I watched the video a bunch of times. It looks like a foot touch.
Absolutely.
Even people were looking back at the video, and then Julie, she says something, and then she stops herself when her foot is all hurt.
They didn't have enough time to do anything with that. They were basically
oh yeah, your foot touched, so you're eliminated. But then Julie cut herself off.
It's fine.
Something bizarre, super bizarre. But that happens all the time in Big Brother. You famously had...
I had season 7, the final 3, that happened to me, where they changed the rules.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was stupid.
Well, also the buzzer one, wasn't it?
The buzzer one, yeah. That worked out in my benefit. Yeah, exactly. Big time.
So don't count that one.
They were so pissed. It was amazing.
It's one of the all-time greatest moments. Oh man,
they were
I'd be so fucking pissed if I was them too. I'd be like, "Fuck you." She gets everything.
That's why they hated me even more. I'm like, "That's right. That's right." And yes, I went out on a question, but Howie's buzzer was defective, so we have to start over. They were so pissed. And then I put him on the block. It was so good.
TV moment. Oh, it's so amazing. Yes, yeah, that happens all the time in Big Brother. Stuff like that happens. Oh, the star of the show is back.
Sprinkles is back.
Lost my train of thought. Okay, so then what happens next? She's basically talking about going after Taylor.
She wants to go after Taylor. It's all she talks about. We do watch the feed, so if you need spoilers, she's definitely coming after Taylor. Sprinkles, beat it. That's all she was talking about was Taylor, right, and then the girls made her pivot and were like, well...
they kind of talked her off.
They were like, no, she's not a threat. She's not coming after us. Mm-hmm. These guys are.
Yep.
So for our alliance, this is a better move.
Do you think it was a good move? Or do you think...
Yeah, I mean... she's using Taylor as a pawn, and she wants to get rid of a strong male. I don't blame her.
Yeah, I think in her...
People are all upset that Taylor's on the block. It's like, whatever. I mean, they're going to...
This is the game.
It's the game of Big Brother. It doesn't have anything to do... They're playing the game, and this is an opportunity to get a big target out.
I mean, Spencer from my season was on the block basically 11 times or whatever. Yeah. And it's just like...
People got to hit the block every now and then. It's
whatever. Absolutely. And also there's
it builds your BB resume too. So if you're at the end, you're like, dude, I survived the block 6 times. Yeah. Even if you didn't win a competition, it proves that you have an amazing social game. So everyone's like, I can't believe they put her on again. Well, look, it's week 2 in a row that she's going to be, safe potentially. Let's just look at the bigger picture here.
The fandom really, they just don't want you to say anything bad about her. They don't want you to say anything good about her. No matter what, it's if you say anything about Taylor, oh my, I can't believe the house guests are talking about her. It's well, there's one of 15 people in a damn house.
Yeah.
You can only talk about 15 other people, people are going to get talked about. Fandom is, don't get me started on
the fans are, they can be quite toxic, and it is what it is. I feel like everyone's so upset about this season, and they're dogging it. And I'm like, dude, if we could go back to BB4 through 8 and have live feeds, you guys would be marching in the streets. Okay.
Yes, it would be,
just, you need to calm.
No, exactly. That's exactly what it is, where it's just this is so tame compared to the old seasons.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Everyone needs to calm down.
Yep. But I think that's how people enjoy the show now. Just through hate tweeting and all, just insanity. Let's see what else happens next. Okay, so Pooch then. Is Pooch just that big of a mastermind? Do you think he's...
I think Pooch is an easy target because he does have muscles. He's a guy that can beat them physically. They're not quite ready to go after Joseph or Monty. They want to
he's connected
he's on the outs. He's a guy, but he's not in with the other guys. So they're like, this is an easy target. He's a guy. Let's get him. They're not ready to quite draw the line in the sand and go directly after Monty.
Is that the head of the snake, as everyone always says?
Yeah, I think Monty is. He's not very bright, but he's fit.
I know, he's a good-looking dude. He's a good-looking dude. The other big person I kind of want to talk about this week is Kyle. I feel like he kind of gets half play. I see a lot of people's feelings towards him shifting. I feel like
he's a recruit, and I feel like sometimes it takes a lot longer for people to warm up to them, because they're like, he's not a fan. He was recruited off of Instagram. It's yes, he's definitely got a certain look, and he's single, and he's looking for a showman. So, but I think the way that he's been talking and playing, I think he's a decent player.
I agree. I think
he's decent. Yeah,
exactly.
He's no one to say that he's not good. He's quite good right now.
Well, and that's the thing, with those players that don't know the game, what's the most important for those people is they have to get connected to people that do know how to play the game.
Yes.
And then you can determine how good they are, because then they start to learn from those players and pick stuff up. But yes, those are the things that I'm always excited to see in the game.
And it looks like he's connecting with several different people. Michael, and now he's got Alyssa. Who knows what's going to happen there.
Showman's coming. It's going to be coming, I bet, right?
Yeah.
It seems like it. He's kind of a good-looking dude, though.
He's okay.
He's got that, nerdy-ass vibe.
Is he nerdy? I would say
he's got the glasses. That's what gives you the nerd vibe. But he's fit.
He looks like a jock to me, but I don't know.
He can ride the line. Yeah. Let's before we get to that. Thanks everyone for hanging out. We're gonna go to commercial here,
yes.
And we'll see you guys on the other side. Bye bye. And we're back.
We're back.
So let's talk a little bit about spoilers. What stuff we haven't seen yet. So the veto, Michael wins. How do you feel about this?
I don't like the fact that Michael won another veto. I mean, I get it. He is a modern day veto king, but still, like, it's so early in the game and you don't want to make yourself a target. Like, he could have, like, lost this one and been perfectly fine.
I'm super
You do not need to be, like, crushing vetoes week 1s and 2.
Yep.
Like, come on.
That's why it'll be curious tonight to see, like, what his, like, explanation is in the diary room. Because I know he'll give some context to that, but I agree where it's like, oh, man, too fast, too early.
You should have tried to throw it to Taylor.
But there must be a reason why. He said he was super competitive, you know?
Clearly.
So maybe he's just like, this, I want to win stuff.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how that'll play out. But if you're in that game, that's definitely going back in your mind. Like, this kid just wins stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's
He's a threat.
Blessing and a curse. Yeah, exactly.
Or they're going to be scared of him, which is good.
Yeah, that could definitely be good. So I mean, so he's basically just going to keep it the same. Mm-hmm. Nothing's going to change.
Nothing's happening. So now Pooch has been acting super nervous on the feeds, and he's like all worried. He's like, oh my God, I'm the target, da-da-da. And
he figured it out.
He figured it out because the other night he was in a room with the girls and Taylor was like, oh my God, next week when I win HOH, I cannot wait for Beyonce's new album because it comes out the 29th. And he was like,
what do you mean?
Oops.
Yeah. That's a big no-no. You gotta
don't do that, Taylor.
That's
not playing, because then you're just not playing.
And it's gonna come back to you. It'll come back to everyone in your team.
It makes you look not. Yeah.
It creates a lot of stress in the house, undue stress that you don't need, especially when there's so many days leading up to eviction. It's like that could be harmful to Taylor.
It could make her a target because they're like, we can't trust this girl.
Yep.
We told her she's safe and she's telling the nominee.
Yes.
Because it could really, really backfire on her.
Yes, it could be super bad. Yes, we'll see. I don't know. I think it'll be nice. Will it be a blindside? I don't know.
It's not a blindside because now he knows. So the blindside is ruined.
Yep.
The blindside's not happening. That happened now that he heard Taylor say that she's getting the Beyonce. She's going to win HOH and get Beyonce next week. He knows he's going home.
Can Pooch rally the troops? Does he have enough votes?
He doesn't have enough votes.
No, Michael just won't vote for him.
Michael's not voting for him.
No. Is this going to be the line in the sand? Will this?
No, because they're still confused about who's with who. So I think, prediction-wise, I feel like next week is crucial for certain people to get power. Mm-hmm. I mean, if Taylor can get power, this could create the line in the sand that I'm hoping for in a divided house. It could just be incredible because we always want a divided house. It's the most interesting to watch because the live competitions actually matter and it's not 12 against 2.
Yep.
So that could be really cool. And I also I hope Taylor wins because she does need to have power so she can get something set in stone with Michael and Brittany.
That's becoming a threesome. There's maybe even a 4-person.
Who's the 4th?
Was it? I don't know exactly. I can't remember. But was it maybe Kyle?
Oh, it's Kyle's with Michael.
Yeah, I know that they're very tight. But yes, that is like the foursome that I would like to see.
I would love that.
That's like the dream team for me.
Yeah,
yes,
that'd be great.
So and I think they could walk to the end pretty easily, with a bunch of dunderheads in there. Who do you think is going to win the next? Or you want to see Taylor?
I think Taylor's going to win. I know it in my heart. I have that feeling. I know I think she's going to go after Monty.
Oh, okay. I mean,
because they're going to tell her what he's been saying. They're going to hit this man literally offered you up on a silver platter to us. Does it become
kind of like a girls versus boys?
It is becoming female versus men, but I don't care as long as we have a divided house.
Absolutely. And I mean, we really haven't seen that.
We haven't seen since 20.
What? Oh, divided house, but we've never seen the gender gap.
Season 5.
Ooh,
I'm a BP historian.
I'm not as well versed in that season. That's like
season 5 was a massive girls versus guys, and Nokomis had to come up with a 6-finger plan because the guys kept winning and beating this, and that, and the girls just took these guys out because they're too dominant, they're too powerful, they're gonna win competitions.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
Season 5 was super legit. Yeah, it's a good season.
Yeah, I don't remember
the girls plus Will. It was girls, girls plus Will. Same thing here. The girls plus Michael.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see it. I don't mind that,
And then what was his name? Who was the winner of 5? Drew. So Kyle would be like the Drew that they used for showmance potential, and they wanted to get rid of him, but he switched. He kept winning HOHs and got rid of the girls, and then got rid of his showmance.
Man,
it's a really good season. You have to watch it.
No, that's one thing that we should probably do in our off season is we should just pick one season.
I've seen every single season. Some of the ones that I've watched more than once are season 3, 5, and I think I've seen 2 as well twice.
Or we should just power through a Canadian season.
I'm just not prepared for that.
We should watch the one where they got canceled from COVID. There's only 5 episodes, whatever. It's insane.
That's so crazy.
Yes, insane season. I don't know what else.
So prediction: Taylor wins HOH. She goes after 2.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna predict.
And what's with Taylor now wanting Daniel?
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Thank you so much.
They don't look like they go together. I'm just so confused. I'm like, what does she see in him?
Well,
and I will say, I mean, from experience, and now I've been in a showmance, this and that. When you go on these shows, things change visually for you. The most unattractive person can suddenly look really hot, and you're like, yeah.
Yes. Well, it's on Survivor they call it island hot, where people get island hot, right?
See, and then on Race we call it Race Eyes. An Amazing Race, Race Eyes.
That. I've never heard that one before.
Well,
That's great.
It's there's all these married chicks, and we're all like, oh my god, did you see the fucking camera guy? He's so hot, and he's not even hot.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like a 2. He's literally like a 2. We're like, dude,
this guy's got it. No, I mean, yeah, I think there is house hot or something like that. It just you become. Yes, I've been there, but no.
Even in the Big Brother house, if there's no cute guys left, or maybe your showmance left, you're just looking around. There's a glimpse of a crew member, and you're like, "Damn, nice biceps."
Yeah, exactly. Just anything. I mean, maybe that's what she's doing.
It's gotta be. There's no way that she would find him attractive.
She sounded in.
She's definitely, and she's not playing with this. She is like, I want Dan. I want to make out with Dan. I'm into Dan.
Well, did you see the people that were claiming actually it's her big brain?
No, it's not.
No shit. I was just like, who the fuck is coming up with this insanity?
They're 15, so whatever.
Yes, exactly. And good for her. Let her fucking
Maybe she's attracted to his he seems. I mean, intelligent, somewhat.
Kinda. He seems like he's
older.
In his own
he's older.
Too.
Maybe she's just okay, yes.
He's got a little kind of gig thing going. Yeah. He's got to be people. Yeah. Good for her.
It's different.
And I love that people are so pissed off because they hate Daniel so much.
But now they're gonna start liking him. They're gonna be him. They're gonna get in a showmance and be like, "Go Dan, go Dan."
Exactly. Well, I mean, there's another person that was widely hated by the community who got their image rehabilitated last season. I mean, I shouldn't say too many names, but everyone hated fucking Kyland. Everyone hated Kyland.
They did? I liked him.
I mean, yeah, but you're not the fandom. The fandom that I saw online hated Kyland.
Why?
And then he started dating Tiffany, and everyone was like, Kyland's the best! We love Kyland! And I was like, are you guys fucking for real? That drove me nuts. That is.
I always liked Kyland.
I won't say anything.
Okay.
Kyland be on the show. But no, I think that is definitely what's gonna.
They're gonna be
start loving Daniel
because she's safe. She's saving our queen one HOH at a time.
Exactly. Our prince has returned. Yeah. And he is the king. Technically, he's an Elvis impersonator.
Yes.
Called Elvis the King. So
yes.
He's a faux king. He's a fake king.
He's a fake king.
Fake king. Okay. What else do we have? Do you have predictions on what else do you have predictions on?
I feel like this has potential to be a fantastic season.
Yes.
Everyone's writing this season off saying it sucks. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. I think it's pretty good.
I think
so far it's pretty good.
Exactly, and there's so much potential for it to get real good.
Yeah.
I think we're just this is the beginning stages. usually we only have 1 week of feeds at this point. That reminds me. On tomorrow, after tonight's episode on Wednesday, there'll be no feeds anymore.
Yeah, that's super annoying. So we have the January 6th, investigation. And it's going to be on during Big Brother time, which sucks for us because we don't get to see Big Brother.
Yep.
And so now they're canceling the feeds and we can't see anything till Sunday.
They're pushing it all till Sunday. They originally were doing Friday, which to me I was like, okay, that makes sense. But then now they're pushing it even further to Sunday. I don't get that part.
Because they don't want to go on a Friday night.
Because that's where
everyone's leaving that's when everyone goes. Sunday night they'll be home from that.
Yes, exactly. Friday night is where TV shows
Everyone goes to the beach or they go to the lakes or they go to the mountains. Exactly. They do family
No one's
things.
watching TV on a Friday night.
No, not the summer.
So I wonder if that's why they did it. But
and if you are, it's fine if you are. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I think, I mean, that just still seems weird that they'd even announce it.
It is what it is. It's a network decision. They have no say. Big Brother has no say.
I can't believe they're not just going to replay it later or do it later that night, I guess. But it is a live show.
It's live. It's so important to them.
I wonder, will they do it live on Sunday?
It'll be a live recorded. They can tape a live. They've done it before for other things, Olympics and this and that. They will be recording the live eviction episode.
Yes, so annoying.
I know. But yeah, I feel like for some reason I just feel like Taylor's going to win this one because she's had 2 weeks on the block, and that can really rev up your desire to do well, where you're gunning for the HOH. But I think the guys are going to be gunning for it too. I don't think Amira is going to be gunning for it. She's covered for a while, and she's got too many alliances. She doesn't need to win it, and she shouldn't win it, or that would be horrible for her game. Alyssa, maybe, because she's kind of seen as a weaker player.
Do you think Jasmine has to worry about anyone coming after her next week off of this HOH?
No, because they're like, she's not a threat. The guys are onto Amira, Taylor. Amira and Taylor is who they talk about the most.
Well, my next question then is, does Jasmine have final two wrapped up in the bag right now?
No.
You don't think? Just because I'm going to bring the crippled person, she's maimed.
Oh, but I mean, she's got a sprained ankle. That takes 3 weeks to heal.
But you think she's going to be, in 3 weeks, you think she's going to be like, I feel great now. She's going to milk that shit till the very last drop. Like, she will be like, oh, my, did you hear that? Supposedly that one girl wiped her butt?
No, she didn't. That's not true, is it?
She said it on the feeds.
Ew.
I would never. I don't care how much.
Doing?
Dude, that is insane. Over a sprained ankle?
She's got a sprain. I've had sprained ankles. I have a bad ankle, and every time I go rock climbing and I climb the wrong way, my ankle's fucking busted up for a week. But
Jess has to wipe your butt.
No, I wouldn't let him do that. But yeah, who knows? She'll probably make it far because she is non-threatening. Mm-hmm. I think Amira, if no one's coming after her, but all they have to do is talk.
Yep.
And she could be in serious danger because she's a very big threat.
Yep. I've been really impressed with her, actually.
I really like Nicole too so far. So,
do you have any predictions about the challenge? I know you already know the spoilers, but let's say, who do you think is going to go home next week?
I think anyone from Big Brother's in trouble, and the closer bonds that Big Brother has, so the cookout, they're going to be a huge target because they just came off of a season together,
and everyone knows their story.
Like everybody knows they're together. Yeah. So
I mean, I'd want them out first too if I was there.
I'd go after. I'd be after huge threats.
Yep.
I don't think Tiffany was a threat.
No, I don't think so either. I think
they just did that just to whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like also Tyson didn't really want to get rid of her, but he was just like, whatever, it's fine.
Care. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't give a shit. Okay, so next week, everybody, we will not have an episode. I'll be out of town in Chicago.
I'll be at my lake house. It's time for me to relax.
Yeah, you've been busy working the whole first half of the year so far. Yeah. So yes, thank you guys. We're sorry about next week. We'll be back the week after that. You guys aren't getting feed till Sunday anyways, whatever. Yeah, but thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the bells. Make sure you hit all the whistles.
Do not forget to hit that subscribe button.
And we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys later.